Hi, everybody. How are you? We are doing moon magic tonight, and I figured I would do it from the big master bedroom in the place I'm staying at the farm. Look at this gorgeous, like it is absolutely amazing, very antique-y. I love it here. So we are doing moon magic. So everybody is working on the whole concept of lunar eclipse and that kind of stuff. And tonight, I've decided that I wanted to do it on the moon in general, the different phases of the moon, the different phases of the grandmother. So it's really cool because we have different phases and different kinds of ceremonies and rituals that we can do. So, one of my favorite things is working with the energies of the moon, but you can't do that unless you really understand what that means. So you have at the beginning, and we're gonna wait for, oh, hello, Nalia, how are you? Um, you have the waning moon, sorry, the waxing moon, the full moon, and the waning moon, and the new moon. So there are many phases of the moon. So you go from the new moon, which is the black moon. It is black and it's all covered and it's all dark, or the dark moon. And then every day it will shift until we come into the full moon, the mother moon, the beautiful pregnant moon, in which you can do pretty much everything. But we'll talk about that. And then we start to kind of go away and we begin to wane. So we have the waxing moon and then the waning moon, which comes into the new moon again. So it's a whole phase that we do, and then we start, and it takes 2 weeks per phase. So you got the new moon, and then 2 weeks to the full moon, then the full moon, 2 weeks to the new moon, then the new moon, 2 weeks to the full moon. So a lot of people, hi Sophia, hi Mary Lynn. So a lot of people, when they work with the moon phases, when they work with the waning moon, we're talking about getting rid of stuff. So whether that is a bad habit or negative energy in your home, and we're going to talk about different ways of doing that. I'm going to give you some tips and techniques. Maybe get rid of that mother-in-law who lives in your house. Joking. The waning moon is the time to do that. And then the full or the waxing moon, which is on the other end, is to bring things in. So we're going to start from the start. What do you do on a new moon? The new moon is what we call the dark moon. It's when it looks almost eclipsed, okay, when the shadow is there. And then on the new moon, we start to bring things in. I'm not an astrologer by any means. I actually don't know a lot about the technicals, but I do know about what we can do on these phases. So in the new moon, we can start bringing newness into our lives, new beginnings. It's a really wonderful time for endings and new beginnings. And I love the new moon magics because it's all about creativity, about the womb. It's about bringing things to life. And so we have to remember too that everything is in 3 days. So you have the first day of a new moon, the new moon, and then the third day of the new moon. So the first day of the new moon is when you are finished or it completely wanes into that moon. And you can, again, you're getting rid of stuff, right? And then you have that day to really focus and get all those energies. So black candles are used a lot on the waning moon because, again, we're getting rid of stuff. So one of the things that we can do on a waning moon, which is one of my favorite things to do, is get a little fireproof dish or a little mini cauldron or something that you like that's funky, and place your candle, burn a little bit and let the candle sit in that bowl. And then what you can do is you can place some water inside that particular bowl. Now, before you even put the candle in, what I like to do is dress it. So when we're dressing it, we're putting oils on it. And then you can put some herbs down on a piece of paper and roll it. Yes. So you put the oil on and then the herbs and then they stick to your candle. Once you've done that, what you can do is you can, when you're putting, yeah, that's the other thing. When you're putting your oils on, you're getting rid of stuff. So put your oil on so that you're stroking it away from you because you're actually getting rid of it. So the wick is towards you and you're away. The wick is away from you and you're away from you, away. Okay. So the wick is away. You're getting rid of stuff. So then you stick it in your cauldron, you burn it, right? And you put a little bit of water. So now once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to light your candle, your black candle, and you want to let that burn, really focusing on your intent. And one of the things you can do too is etch what you want to get rid of. Old car, right? So you want to get rid of your old car, or you want to bring in your new one. That's a really wonderful thing to do. So I really love to do that kind of thing. So I will burn that, let it go. And we're clearing out the old stuff, getting rid of that old stuff that we don't need, getting rid of it. And we're focusing on our tent also on the new stuff that we want, right? So we want to bring in that newness. As we get rid of the negativity, now we have that open space, right? That open space. And now what we can do is we can sit with our intent of what do we want to bring in? So what I like to do is once the candle has burnt at least halfway down, I will take a piece of paper with things I want, write down what I want, and burn that. Okay. So we're getting rid of stuff. We're bringing stuff in. All right, let's see. Then after, when we start with the new moon, now what's going to happen is it's going to start to grow. It's going to get fuller. And that again is a 2-week process. And over that 2 weeks, now we can start focusing on things that we want to bring into our lives. We want to start bringing in that prosperity. We want to start bringing in all the things. We've made that rift now. We've gotten rid of the stuff we don't want. We've burnt that black candle. You didn't have to burn the paper if you want to. So the black candle, it's gone. Negativity is done. So now over the course of the next 2 weeks, we can start bringing in the stuff that we want, the prosperity, the abundance, the fertility, whether it's creativity, profession, personal, babies, new animals, whatever the case might be. Over that 2 weeks, we can start to focus on that. A lot of people, what they do, and you don't have to do it this way. Okay, it's all intention. This is what I teach. Over those 2 weeks, you can get what's called a 7-knob candle. And 7-knob candles are really cool. They have like little, they're candles, but they look like knobs. So every day you can burn a candle, and that's 1 week, and that's 1 week's worth of manifestation. So you might do money for 1 week, bring in money for 7 days. And then the next week you might do something different, bring in love. You don't have to do it that way. Money is green or gold or whatever money is for you. And you can just do one for that week. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. And then you can do love another week, or you can do them in different days. You can go money one day, love the next day, prosperity the next day, protections that next day. So you're bringing stuff in over that 2 weeks. Then on the full moon, that is where everything accumulates. So you're accumulating your energy over this time. Or if you decide, hey, you know what, I'm just going to do my new moon, get rid of stuff, and then come to your full moon because you may not have time. And you go, okay, all that stuff that I want to manifest, the love, the prosperity, the guy, the girl, the animals, the whatever, we're going to do that on the full moon. Now, today, I was actually, and today is a full moon, on a lunar eclipse, which heightens everything. And it's a full moon in Libra. So it's ruled by Venus, which is love, unconditional love, romance, all that kind of stuff. But love can be self-love. So when we're manifesting with the moon, what we want to do too is we want to accumulate all the different energies. So those are called correspondences. So if you're looking for love, what are colors of love? Hola, chica, chico. How are you, Louis? Karen Seguin, hello. Carla, how are you? Patty Parsons, hello. So basically correspondences are the things that correlate to what you're actually doing. So if you're looking for love, maybe it's romance, it would be red. Self-love would be pink. If you don't know what color you want to use white. So whatever corresponds. If you're doing something for expression, let's say you're a writer or you're a singer or you're a creative of some sort, blue is your perfect color. If you just want to manifest in general, yellow is your color for manifestation. So you have different correspondence colors for the different things you want to manifest. So you can go that far if you want. But again, a white candle or a white tea candle is enough. So, and I am actually going to show you a moon ritual, by the way, today. I am. So you've got to stick around. Patty was saying, I would wish you could show us. I'm going to be showing you something today that's really cool that was downloaded today with some clients that I had this afternoon. I wasn't sure what I was going to share with you. And then they showed me this and it was so freaking powerful. So I'm going to share that with you. So stick around. So in these full moon rituals, you want to make sure that you are really invested in what you want. So you want to make sure that this is your truth, because understand when you go to Grandmother Moon, she's going to bring it to you. Okay, hard and heavy, she's going to bring it to you. In the pagan path, they believe that it takes a month and a day for something to manifest. So a full month would be moon to moon, right? Plus 1 day. Sometimes, though, if it's a bigger project, depending on how much energy we put in, it could take a little bit longer. So be patient. Grandmother Moon is bringing you what you want. And again, once we have that full moon where we're manifesting now, we're bringing in, we want to start to focus after that, because again, we're going back into that waxing thing. What can we do to help clear ourselves until the new moon and get rid of the stuff to make way and clear that channel for what we were trying to manifest in the full moon? So if we're looking to manifest self-love, over the next 2 weeks, we want to make sure that we're cleansing and clearing any trauma that we've experienced, past stuff that we don't need to carry in order to move forward. Let's see what we have here. Patty Parsons, blue. Hey, Angel. Hello, review. Interesting. In Judaism, the new moon is the half holiday for women. Yes. So the full moon, so the new moon is a holiday for women. In the pagan path, Freya, the goddess of or I should say the wife to Odin, in the full moon, she would gather her women of her tribe, so her coven, and they would do rituals that are feminine rituals, because again, the full moon for us is a feminine divine. It's all about the womb. It's all about bringing to manifestation and all that kind of stuff. But here's the kicker. On a full moon, let's say you didn't do something on new moon, you can also use it to get rid of stuff. It's a catch-22. Full moon, you can pretty much do anything you want, but most times people do bringing in rituals. So let's say you missed your new moon ritual, you can do something here too, because the full moon is about fullness. It's about bringing whatever you want. But most times people bring into their lives rather than get rid of. Now, let's say that you have to get rid of something on a waxing moon. So the new moon's passed and the waxing moon is happening, but you got to get rid of something and you got to get rid of it quick, like quick, snap, snap. Well, you can't wait for the next new moon, right? So what you can do is again, set the intention. So rather than get rid of, because now you're in the waxing moon, you want to bring, you're going to go, okay, you know what? I know I want to get rid of that bad habit. So what would you replace that bad habit with? What good habit could you do this with? All right, you know what? On this waxing moon, I want to bring positive energy that's going to help me to focus more. So let's say you want to get rid of lack of concentration, right? Gemini, lack of concentration. So instead of getting rid of lack of concentration, what you're doing is you're bringing focus. Get it? It's all in the intent. It's all in the wording. Always look for the opposition. That will always help you. Denise says, "Hi, Angel. It's Denise. Our dog Molson turned 14. Just wondering if there's anything you can tell me about him. He seems to be doing good, but some seems to be trying to tell me something." Okay, so we are going to be doing readings. We're going to do those at the end of the show. So in this particular case, though, I will let you know. So stick around, okay? Jamie Stevenson, how are you? All right. Ruby Joel says, "A half-day holiday where women do not work." Oh, seriously? So every 2 weeks you guys don't have to work? That's nice. I like that. I like that. New moon in Judaism, you do not work for half a day. I like that one. That's a good one. So now we know that there are 3 phases of the moon, right? Three, yes. They're the waning moon, and you have the waxing moon, and you have the waning moon, you have the new moon, and the waxing moon, full moon, and waning moon. That's usually how it works. Wax to full, full to waning to new. Okay, so you've got the phases of your moon. Now, here's a great full moon ritual for you. Okay, I've given you your new moon ritual. So here is your full moon ritual. I want you to get, and you have to do this right now, simple glass of clear water. This is something I'm actually going to do a little later on outside. What I love is the women who came in today were looking to become fertile. So I said, okay, this is really, really cool. And we were talking, and all of a sudden they showed me a wine glass, which I absolutely loved. But this is what I have right now. And I was shown to put water, and then you go under the moon, and all they had to do, so this is for anybody looking to either get pregnant, creative, you can use it for anything. Remember, it's intent. You want to bring in the energy of whatever it is. So we're going to use fertility for creativity. Okay. Unless you want to get pregnant, you can use fertility for fertility. Okay. But I don't. Not a thing. So been there, done that. Not doing it again right now. You fill this in water, okay, half of it in water, and then you look to the moon, you give it to the moon, grandmother moon, you can say whatever you want, grandmother moon, invest this water with the spirit of the child that I welcome into my body, into my womb. And you dedicate it to her. You allow her to sit with it. You tell her what you want. Grandmother moon, I want a child. I want a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. And I want to be healthy and beautiful. In my case, what I want is creativity. What I want is, beautiful opportunities. And I want everything in this tour to be fantastic, full houses and beautiful healing for everybody who comes to see my shows. So my hands right now are putting energy into this. And we know for a fact that water changes with our energy. So here's our energy. We're asking Mother Moon. We're going right directly under her, which I'm going to do later. And now the spirit of what we've asked for is here. It's here in this water. It's lying in this water. She's the baby swimming in the water. It's in the water. I don't know. It's Gemini. And then we take it. And intentionally, we take in that creative brainchild or that child. We take in that spirit. We become fertile. We become the womb. And you know what? Even guys, this is something to bring into your spirit, into your soul. It's not just a female womb thing. When you drink this in, you're drinking this into your cells. You're drinking this into who you are. So anyone can use it. Do you want to be a better athlete? Do you just want to be a better person, a better dad, a better mom, a better husband, a better friend? Right? Do you want projects at work to go to school, go well? Do you want your school projects to go well? Ask Grandmother Moon to invest all that power into that water and welcome it. Such a simple little ritual, a simple little ceremony, but your intent will do everything, right? If you can't get outside to the moon, that's okay. Envision the moon. So remember that sometimes it's cloudy outside, right? And we can't see the moon from where we are. So what we can do is we can close our eyes, take ourselves somewhere, and everybody has somewhere that they've looked at the moon, somewhere beautiful. So take yourself to that spot. Take yourself to that place in your vision. Or maybe if you're not, visual and you don't see it, feel yourself in that place. Know that you're in that place and do the ritual. Okay. Maybe you are driving, turn off and sit on the side of the road. And maybe it's a cloudy night. Do your little meditation. Do this ceremony energetically. It's just as valid. It really, truly is. I remember once I was actually in ceremony, and it was in the full moon, but it was called the Munaki. It was something that was South American that they had brought here. And it was really, really neat because I was going to do the ceremony with 21 people, and there was a stone that we needed to activate certain centers in people through the ceremony. And I had driven a long way and I had brought my stuff, but I had forgotten the stone, the little key that I need. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And everyone's like, what are we going to do? What are you going to do? So, give me a minute. And I remember I went to the washroom and I kind of sat down for a second. And I said, what am I going to do? I'm here. You obviously want me here. There's obviously a reason for this. And I physically heard, look in your hand. And I looked in my hand and I saw the stone. I saw it. I saw the spirit of the stone, and it hit me right away. I don't need that physical object. Everything has spirit. Everything has that life that we need, and we can call on it anytime, anywhere. And I did the whole ceremony. And every time I needed the stone, I called it in and I could feel it in my hand. Do the activation and I would release it. It was so beautiful. And it was such an amazing learning. And this is a learning I'm sharing with you. If you don't have objects, like Patty was saying earlier, she said, oh, I wish you could show me. You know what? There you go. You've been shown a way now. Everybody's been shown a way now to do this without even having the physical objects in front of you. Now, if you want physical objects, go for it. This is Easter. It's also Easter weekend. It's not only a full moon, but you have that energy of Easter in the spring along with it. So you can, in your vision, see yourself with a beautiful ring of beautiful flowers and bunny rabbits and eggs and all the things you want, or you can physically do it. We did some people that I know and we did a fertility ceremony for someone, and they happened to have this big antique, beautiful, beautiful cauldron, like a big iron cauldron. It was beautiful. And we put water in it and she stepped in it, inside of it. And she was wearing beautiful white. We put a little thing on her and we did this beautiful ceremony. And she was having a really hard time conceiving. Like she had tried and there were some health issues there and all kinds of stuff happening. Within 6 months, she was pregnant. And I've been watching this child grow up. I mean, it's a miracle. It's magic. We have this in us to connect to the universe. We have this in us to be so much larger than we are simply with our faith and our intent, right? And what's the worst that can happen? Nothing. You try again on the next full moon. But the reality is if you are specific, whether it is a new moon, whether it is a full moon, you are going to manifest the things that you require. Now, how is this affected by the anomalies? And when we talk about the anomalies, I'm talking about the lunar eclipses, the Mercury retrograde, all the little humps and bumps in the road. So for me particularly, I don't necessarily like to work during a Mercury retrograde because I find communication can be a little bit what do they call it? Askew. Having said that, there are ways around it. We're going to actually tackle that in the next show, because the next show, we're going to be talking about the solar eclipse, the Mercury retrograde, and that full moon. We're going to do that on the 8th. Yeah, this next one's the first. So the one after that. So not the next one, but the one after that, we're going to be talking about this. So, with the anomalies, you have to understand that taking those into consideration can actually benefit you in every way. So with the Mercury retrograde, knowing that it's about communication, you might want to work with the symbol of Mercury, or you want to work in such a fashion that Mercury, the sign of communication, doesn't work against you, it works for you. But again, we'll talk about that. And these are things you can look up on the internet too. But let's say you have an eclipse. For me, a lunar eclipse is awesome because it heightens everything. So I always look forward to, full moons and stuff because they don't happen often when they collide. When they collide like that, this is huge. So this is one of the reasons I really love this particular little ceremony tonight because it's going to be massive energy in Libra. So again, what is Libra? Libra is all about love, unconditional love, balance, harmony, bringing those things into play, right? So you want to work with the energies. This is why we want to read, not necessarily even about astrology, but what that moon phase can bring us, what it's about. If it's in Aries, maybe it's adventure. Maybe it's about finding peace because he's the god of war. So it depends on what the actual moon is in. What house is it in? You can look up all this stuff, but again, you can also just make it simple. Grandmother Moon hears you. Okay, whatever you want, she hears you. All right, let me see what we've got here. Marianne Baker, my son's girlfriend broke up with him this weekend and he's really struggling. Will he be okay? And how can I help him with his grief? Okay, that's a really good one. Yes, he's going to grieve that she has broken up with him. I think she's actually going to come back anyway. Those two are going to talk. They might actually patch it up. I don't know if he's going to want to, though, because then he's going to go, she's already broken up with me. So I don't know if I want to do this again. But one of the things you can do, Marianne, as his mom, is tonight is a full moon. Ask for his peace. Ask for him to move through this in whatever way he needs to, in whatever way they need to, peacefully, lovingly, for him to learn the things he needs to learn. Right? Because every relationship gives us something to learn. So the greatest gift a parent can give their child is to help them learn the things they need to grow in the best way they can. So for you, maybe that glass magic, where did my glass go? It's disappeared. Oh, here it is. That glass magic, that water ceremony that I gave you, maybe this one is for him, right? I take in the energy, to help him learn what he needs to learn, to help him express. Now, the other thing you can do is make moon water. So moon water, it's already the full moon. Usually put it out in the 3 days of the full moon. And what you do is you put out your glass of water, your little jar of water on the first full moon night, and then you leave it for the 3 days. And now it is invested with moon energy. So you put it under the moonlight of the moon. And you can use that for anything. You can use it for anything. You can use it for ceremonies. You can use it for healing. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. So I love doing that too. That's another little thing for you guys. But Marianne, that's something for you to do tonight. Go under Grandmother Moon. Ask her to help him learn what he needs to learn and for them to be peaceful in whatever direction they choose to go in. Mary Lynn MacArthur Thompson says, hubby hasn't worked since November. Will he start soon? There's your moon request, right? If you want him to have a job, help him find the most compatible job that he loves to do, that is best for him, and that it come soon from moon to moon, right? Ask the moon to help you move things forward. If you do that, you're going to get results, and make sure you're specific. Right? This is for my hubby. I want him to have the most amazing, compatible job for him at this time of his life, where he's feeling productive and prosperous and empowered and masculated. Not emasculated, masculated, if that's a word. Okay. Is he going to find a job soon? That's an interesting question too, because if you do, the moon magic can change paths. So always remember, people, when you're doing any kind of ceremony or healing, any kind of psychic work, you can change timelines. So if I say to somebody, yeah, you know what, he's going to get a job, it's going to happen within the next month and a half, and you go do a ceremony, that month and a half could turn into 2 weeks. Okay. If you tell them and they become resistant, it could be 2 months. Right? So you can change timelines. This is why, as readers, we have a responsibility to be extremely careful with how we give messages, because we don't want to mess with things. Like, there are times when I've told people, look, I'm not saying anything because I'm going to hinder your process, or this is a process you need to go through, a journey that's yours, because if I say something, I'm going to take you off a path that's really good for you that you're on right now. And I've actually said that to people. Okay, I've actually said that to people. All right, let's see. Lori Peace, what did I miss? A whole bag of whack-a-wah. Let's see. Nalia Campagna. Hi, Angel. Will my house sell soon? There's another good one. There's your intention. Go to the moon. Let it sell soon within the month and a day, right? Do it as prosperity, give us as much prosperity as we possibly can. Let the people who come make it easy and effortless and safe for us, right? Make this house, bring people to this house that will love it. These are all very specific intentions, right? Are you going to sell it soon? Yes, especially if you do something like this. All right, this would really help. Now, the other thing you can do on the moons is you can use cards. So those of you out there who work with cards or tarot cards or whatever the case might be, you can use a correlating card to whatever it is you're doing. So my favorite card is actually the Devil card because it's releasing you of stuff and bringing in abundance. So that one I like to use on a new moon because I like to break things open in order to get them done. And sometimes, I know a lot of people are going to say it's a bad idea. I like using the Tower card to shake things up because sometimes they need to get shuka up. Okay. So it just depends on you. Go and research the particular card that you want to use, like which tarot. You can go online. What tarot card is for love? What tarot card is for relationships? What tarot card? La, 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 la. And you can find that and use that as a correspondence. Camille Taylor. Hi, Angel. What do you see for me financially? I'm newly retired. Thank you so much. I feel calm. I feel rich in my contentment. And I love that. That means money is there. That means everything is good. So for you, your moon ritual tonight would be allow me to grow into my retirement in a way that feels good and fun and adventurous and prosperous and productive. Let's see. Charity Carlton. Hi, Angel. My partner recently received some negative news. Is it going to improve? There's going to be a period of kind of down and then up and then stability and then up. So yes, but just understand this journey is going to kind of go kind of like that. Okay. It's going to go like that. There's a lot of embracing, accepting of the process. And then there's movement forward, but I see a lot of strength in this. And it's not a bad thing. So for you, Charity, your specific intent is going to be healing, whatever that means. It's going to be, let us move through this easily, effortlessly, and safely. Let this journey be as loving as possible. Let us work together hand in hand. Let us journey and it'll help us nurture our relationship, benefit us both, all of those different things. Okay. Regardless of what the situation, that's your specific intent. Suzanne Richards says, will I receive love interest back from the man I'm interested in? He thinks you're okay. I think he can care. I don't necessarily think he's going to reciprocate the same way you are. I really don't. However, again, here's your intention. Go to the moon. You really want to know what this guy's about? Go to the moon. If this is the person for me, let it be revealed. If it's not, bring me the most compatible person who is loving and who can give me all that I require, that I can give him all that he requires. Okay, so that's a nice one too. See how it goes back and forth? For me, it's bring me that encouraging, loving tribe that I can encourage and love as much. That's one of my favorite ones. Favorite. And Sophia, if you're still watching, you know that you're part of that. You're welcome, guys. Karen, let's see. Karen Seguin says, I am feeling uneasy, like watching over my shoulders. Something is up. Yeah, that's the time we're in. Everybody is feeling that itchiness, like something is coming or something is watching or something is there. It's just a shift and a change that you're going through. I don't actually see anything on the spirit level. All right. That's another one you can do. Actually, now that she has said that, that actually just triggered another thought. And the intent can be, if you guys are looking to develop your psychic abilities, if you're looking to develop who you are in your intuition, Grandmother Moon, invest in this water, my ability to be open to receiving my abilities to their fullest. Bring me my abilities, bring me my guides and guardians, bring me my teachers, help me cross that threshold of psychic ability so that I am now open to receiving fully, able to embrace it, that my body be ready, that my mind be ready, that I am ready to become that intuitive I'm meant to be. right? So, Sophia Pergon, if you're still there, one intention for you very particularly is allow me to be able to embrace the information as it comes. Allow me to easily, effortlessly, safely let my body be able to physically handle all the messages. Because sometimes what happens is we get so overloaded with information that our bodies can get sick. They can hurt. Your neck hurts, your eyes hurt, your head hurts because you're downloading too fast. And if that ever happens, you just go, you know what? Step back. Only give me that which I'm ready for. So you go to the moon. Give me that which I'm ready for. Open me to receiving that which I am ready for in my abilities in a way that my body can handle. There's a great one. Okay, perfect. Kim, let's see, says, my sister is going through a rough divorce. Tough divorce? Do you see a resolution soon? I see things kind of January. It's going to be up and down for her. It's going to be up and down until probably the spring of next year, April. So it's going to be up and down, but she's going to be okay. The outcome is very positive for her. So tell her to hang in. It's going to be a bit of a long haul, but she's going to be fine. Okay. She really is. All right. Any other questions? Let me see. There was a question up here. Denise Noble. I didn't get to answer your question earlier. Hi, Angel. It's Denise, our dog. Molson turned 14. Wondering if there's anything you can tell me about him. Okay. So 4 animals under the moon. Let's talk about that for a little bit now that we're talking about Molson. I want you to go under the moon tonight and I want you to ask for Molson, the best, most comfortable home that you can create for him. Download for you what it is you can do for him that can really help. Even a few drops of moon water when you make it into his bowl will really help the healing. Invest the water with healing. Invest the water with moon energy. Even though you haven't for the 3 nights, put it under the moon tonight. Right? Get a glass of water, put it in the moon tonight. The other thing that you animal people can do out there, when you have your water tonight under the full moon, ask that that water be invested with the compassion, the love, the openness, so that animals will be able to connect to you freely, easily, effortlessly, and they can connect to you and you can connect to them. Okay? So that's one intention for everybody out there who loves animals. Right. Okay. And again, here's the deal. Oh, I'll answer that in a second. Here's the deal too. If you have an animal who's ailing, Lori just asked, I was just going to say it and then I read Lori's, how are you and Carl doing without Whitey? That's one of my moon things tonight, right? Blessings on my animal who has passed, Miss Boss Cat. Now that she's not here, it's not been easy. I've done an Akashic Records where she's actually come into the Akashic Records and worked with me. That didn't work. Needless to say, it was incredibly emotional. It was fun to work with her, but it was really difficult. I had a wonderful client and she was very honored that she came in. I've seen her in a few dreams, so that's been nice. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that I'm on sabbatical because, being in the house right now is a little hard, that kind of thing, but I need that space. So it's kind of nice being here. Let me see. But yeah, so if you have an animal who is ailing, moon water is really great for them. Going under Grandmother Moon, please help them heal in whatever is necessary, in whatever way is necessary. Listen, if you have an animal who's older, when you say that, what might be for their best and highest good is that they do cross. But if you ask Grandmother Moon, then the crossing will be effortless, right? If you have a family member who's ailing, help them, comfort them, love them, Grandmother Moon, help them heal in whatever way is necessary, and then have faith. Because that's what this is all about. It's about intention, specifics, and faith. In the end, it's letting it go and letting God, so to speak, or letting go, letting the goddess. Oh, okay. Let's see. Sorry, Angel, what was I to say tonight? My mind is racing after this news. Oh, you can go back on it, Charity, and listen. You can go back because I wouldn't remember now that we're all the way back. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here on this beautiful full moon. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Go under the moon tonight. Get your glass. Make it a wine glass. Make it something pretty. Do a beautiful ritual around it. Get a candle. Correspond that candle with the color that you want. Go out there. Have some moon fun under this beautiful lunar moon. Good night, everybody.